Today, it's the National Football League. It's the AFC Championship game on EA Sports. It's the Tennessee Titans taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Baltimore Ravens and the Tennessee Titans.
Set to kick off.
The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. This goes to Barber, the running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
Jackson's pass.
So here are the Titans now for their first drive. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
On second down now. It's Henry. These two teams, of course, the Titans and Ravens, met in the postseason a year ago. And really, along with the Titans win the previous week in Foxborough, it was one of the shockers of the postseason. The Titans, a 6th seed on the road. The Ravens, they were the top seed, riding a 12-game win streak and coming off the first-round bye. But that game was all Tennessee. They led 28-6 at one point, ultimately winning 28-12 and sending them on to the AFC title game in Kansas City. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
A very solid gain of 27. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from it, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Derrick Henry. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
He was taken down at the 10-yard line. That's a gain of 4.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Chris Godwin there to make the grab. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Younghoe Koo set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Baltimore up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. The carry for Barber. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some more.
Oh, Barber loses it. And that might be Titan football. It is.
The ball carried by the running back. Buffalo on the play.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. This is Henry. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. On 3rd down, Bass. Cooper's got it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Fights off the defender. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
The 22-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just...
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off.
By the Ravens. They'll take over.
When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Baltimore.
Now it's Barber. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
43-yard line. A gain of 15. And a Raven first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Ravens nothing.
Play action. It's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down.
On the coverage.
From the gun, here's Barber. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tally that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
Jackson on first down. Quick slant to Brown. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1. At the Titans.
Back to the running game with Barber. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches.
3rd and inches.
They'll try and run here with Barber. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Smith in on the tackle.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? It looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Now this throw caught left side. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. It's 1st and 10 from the 12.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
To number 18.
A 12-yard touchdown grab. And now the Ravens, they're just a 2-point conversion away from tying this up. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation and a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown.
Right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
The contact on that run came pretty early. Nice job just to push forward and get some extra yardage. Good game.
It certainly was because the initial contact did not signal the end of the play. His mind, his body, his legs said keep turning forward, and he gained more yardage.
Oh, that was dangerous.
Incomplete.
Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. And that will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Looking downfield for Godwin. And this is going to be incomplete. Barber on 1st and 10. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 39, Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. AFC Title game, 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to play. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual. As we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
For the field goal, a 50-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points.
What you talking about, Ralph?
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
Lamar Jackson sacked.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And the 13-year man puts it through. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now then the penalty's got them set up with a 1st and goal. From the gun, Jackson. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. From the gun, Jackson. This will be caught at about the 6. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A pretty big play now in this AFC Championship, 3rd and goal. To throw again is Jackson. He'll find Barber out of the backfield. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the third down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff?
Yeah. That's caught inside the 20. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10.
Roughing the passer defense.
Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. From the 2 now, second and goal. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A.J. Brown there to make the grab. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. Now the Titans leaving the offense out there. They'll go for 2.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that second touchdown now. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, 1 half remains in the battle to see who will take home that Lamar Hunt trophy and represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, time to look ahead to the NFC Championship coming up later today. And it should be a great one as well, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the New York Giants. So with that, let's get you right back out for the second half and the right to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl, as I'm privileged to hand things back over to Brandon Gaudin.
One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Again, it's Henry.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Not sure exactly what he saw that made him decide to hand it off, but a great decision and a fantastic run.
From our vantage point, what he saw was a defense that got out of its lanes, got out of its gaps, and they were pretty much running to the quarterback, viewing him as the bigger threat.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment that allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
So they elect to pass there on the two-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now Jackson on first down toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
To throw again on second down. Jackson over the middle here to Brown.
Jackson.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Gain of 10 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Taken down at the 19.
Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Jeffrey Simmons in there to bury him for a loss of 11. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Number 34.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Oh, what a catch there by Cooper. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
At the 34-yard line.
A first down carry for Henry. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Back now here on EA Sports. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the 4th quarter. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Looking to throw. Bass. They'll let this go for the end zone. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A.J. Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. So here are the Titans now as they'll again go for 2. Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they are really laser focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
They have been dominant in this one. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Now their backs really against the wall now. They knew how tough this would be on the road, AFC title game, and they have gotten all they could handle and then some. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Barber. Not much there, only a yard. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
At the 23-yard line.
Here's Jackson to throw. Setting up the screen here, it's Barber. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Now Jackson. Throw left side complete. It's Barber. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, 73 yards. And the Ravens get a bit closer. So it was 4th down. They go deep to try to pick up the first. They pick up more than that. They pick up a score.
I'm not even sure the analytics guys would think that was a...
Oh, this is blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
So even when they get a touchdown in this game, which hasn't really been a stellar contest for them, they can't even cap it off and kick the extra point.
Yeah, just not a whole lot going right for them in this game.
I know that when they get into film, this is going to be Exhibit A about how this game went for this team. Oh, we finally score. Can't even kick the extra point.
On first down, Bass towards the end zone for Brown. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. And it's 2nd down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Marlon Humphrey on the coverage.
Back to throw. Bass looking downfield for Godwin. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. And the touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? Big pass play. Got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Titans.
Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? And he said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick six. He's going deep for Brown. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, but it's going to be second down.
Second and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Throwing again, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. The Ravens on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is third and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone.
Here we go. Mike 56. Mike 56.
And Jackson throwing once more. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Andrews. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
First down, Baltimore.
Again, Jackson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
And that's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
On third down, Jackson looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And McManus able to put it through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
At their own 22-yard line.
A.J. Brown and the Titans getting the ball back here. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdown.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and that takes us from second to third down. Looking to throw. Bass. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's fourth down.
Results in a fourth down.
They'll look to throw again. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on fourth down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Number 18.
Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. And down he goes. A coverage sack. Took too long to get rid of it. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. To try again after the sack. Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 14. And the return will stop right around the 25.
The Titans take over 1st and 10.
Go. They are getting closer and closer to lifting that Lamar Hunt trophy. Not home just yet, but trying to polish things off here as they start 1st and 10. This was the goal before they started the season, to play in a Super Bowl, and that's exactly what they're going to do.
And this is why songs are written about teams. Okay, you go back, some teams wrote them earlier in the season about their goal of getting to the Super Bowl. This one, they're going to be able to break it out now because their goal was to get there, and they achieved it. How about that? That's pretty fantastic.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, will see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.